Hello, and welcome to my second video on how to use Nautilus. Today we're going to look at one of my favorite tools in Nautilus, Visualizer. And just click on it and here we go. Okay, so I created Visualizer in 2013 or so as an easy way to create what I call the Visualizer image, so that you can show to people who are going to download your custom song what your custom song had. For example, it would have the title of the song, so my song, the artist, which instruments it had. So you could click in here and you could pick the difficulty bubbles for each instrument, and then if you had 2 or 3 harmonies, and then this song, this make-believe song doesn't have keys, so we're gonna leave it like that. And then you could click whether it had karaoke stems, or if it was multi-track stems, you can click on that. Back then we would do expert only tracks sometimes, so you could click on that, and then you would start filling out. Once you filled out the text and the metadata, you could put an image here. So I have these loose files here. Essentially, you can drag and drop. As with everything else in Nautilus, drag and drop is my favorite way of doing things. You can drag and drop almost any kind of image file. In this case, this is a png.xbox file. It is an image file taken out of a con file, and you can just drag and drop it, and there you go. And so we have this is a made-up song. So let's use this DTA file to actually get the right information. So this is the information for that song. Because I drag and drop the songs of the DTA file, it reset itself first, so it lost the image. Let's put the image back. And so here we go. So now you have the basic visualizer image for the song by Three Doors Down here without you. So what you would do once you get to this point, you would click Save Image, and it would upload it to Imgur. Upload it successfully. You click to view, and what it's going to do is going to open your browser to the Imgur link, and then you will be able to just copy paste that anywhere, like the C3 forums or Discord nowadays. So since then, I've added a few more features, and now you can actually read. So initially you had to do all of this by hand. Before I created Visualizer, you would do it literally by hand in Photoshop. Then Visualizer made it a lot quicker, a lot faster, and then it got even faster by giving you the option to just drag and drop your custom files. So for example, you could drag and drop your custom to it, as I'll do in a second, and it will automatically populate all the information. Since then, I've added even more and more and more features. So when I do that here, what you're gonna see, you're not only gonna see it automatically fill in the information, show you the image, but it's also gonna start playing the audio. Visualizer can play the audio from any Rock Band file as long as it is in CON format, whether they're encrypted or they're not encrypted. It can play them all. So you get the audio playback, and it also, I'll show you some other things once we do that. So let's just start with this custom song of CeeLo Green's Fuck You.
See you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck you and
Okay, so now we can see a couple of things showed up that weren't there before. This line over here shows you the lyrics for the song. This only shows up when the song has lyrics. There are different ways in which you can display the lyrics. You can put it right now it's in karaoke using whole words. You can put it to scroll like in the game, or just as a fixed phrase, and then you can use game syllables, or you can use whole words. Down here it tells you the author. This is who according to the metadata on the file, created the song, the custom in this case. The initial one that I showed you, which was Three Doors Down Here Without You, was from Harmonix. It was an official song, so that one told you Harmonix created it. This one was created by Spin Doctor and Mr. President. Shout out to those guys, they're very good at what they do. And so down here, you have some interesting buttons. And I'm going to shut up for a second and just play the song and click on these buttons and just see what they do. And we'll go from there. Well, actually, no, I won't, because this song, as you can tell from the file size here, it's only 6 megabytes. That song does not have stems. So let me pick a different song, and then we're going to play with these buttons right here. So let's go to one of my favorite Rock Band Network songs, Call to the Warrior.
And through the and through the darkness we will fight. Fight to the absolute. But what does it mean? How far can we take it? It's the call to the warrior as we dissolve into resolve. In the sand the lines been drawn, but we keep marching on. And through the darkness we will fight until we find a way.
Okay, so as you can see, by clicking on these instrument buttons, you can enable or disable each of those tracks, and you can end up having an isolated vocals track or an isolated guitar track, bass track, piano if the song has piano, backing. Well, backing is always enabled, and then crowd track for the songs that have the crowd track. This is just a little animation that shows you the audio is playing. It does show some clipping, but the song in-game will not clip. You can also click here. Well, there are no themes. I deleted all the themes, but if you make themes, you can read the instructions. You can make themes, put them in the right folder, and then you can put themes around the image. So for example, you can do a custom Christmas theme, Halloween theme, whatever you want to do. We had a bunch of them for C3. C3 is no longer a thing, so I got rid of all those themes. You can, by the way, you can also scroll. You can scroll, as you just saw there, by dragging and dropping here. And pretty much, I think it's very intuitive in the way it works, but you do have to play with it a little bit. This stuff up here, I don't use it anymore really, but you can split the words. You can split the artist if it's too long. You can move things up and down, so you can click here and move it around within the space. So I made it so that you can customize it pretty well. But anyway, so that's that. So it plays all of the Rock Band files. These are all Rock Band files. They will all work no matter which one I throw at it. So for example, let's try, this is from Rock Band 3.
Oh, Yoshime, they don't believe me, but you.
This is from Fortnite Festival, converted to Rock Band 3.
Cause how you think's the kind of thing I'll never understand.
And this is from AC/DC.
I was shaking at the knees. Could I come again, please? Yeah, the minutes were too kind.
Now, as you can tell, on the author here, it doesn't say AC/DC, it doesn't say harmonics. And that's because the program does its best to figure out who the author is. Some customs have the metadata that specifically says who the author is. Original songs don't have that, obviously, so it takes out an educated guess sometimes. Sometimes it just can't guess, so it just puts unknown. It doesn't really matter for anything, but I like knowing who authored a custom. But this is not a custom, so it doesn't matter. And then this is our Rock Band Network. I already showed you that. I think this is Rock Band 2, I think.
Till you die, but you're still
this is Green Day, obviously.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and death.
And this one is a Rock Band 3 custom, made as a custom.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind. I won't live to see it.
Okay, so that's Rock Band. Now let's talk about what other games Visualizer can visualize. So as you can see here, I have a whole list. Banfuse, Clone Hero, SNG, and I want to point out this is SNG that is being served not right now by Encoros, not the SNG that comes with Clone Hero in the official set list. Those are encrypted, so those do not work. Fortnite Festival songs in the original format also work. Fret Smasher songs, which I had never even heard of this game until I started doing this, they work, and we'll go through all of them now. Guitar Hero World 2 Definitive Edition works. Power Gig, Rock Band, PlayStation 3 package files work. And then Rocksmith 2014 works. And then Yarg, we had two ways of using it, with the loose folder structure and with the Yarg song format. So let's just go through them so you can see the issues. Some of them work better than others because the files have limitations and they don't have the same kind of metadata that the Rock Band files have. So this is your Banfuse files. Just drag and drop.
But what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you been.
So as you can see, the Banfuse files do not have an easy way for me to identify which instrumental parts are present. So I don't have a way of displaying that at this point. If you have a reasonably easy way of doing that, please let me know. The album art, it looks bad because it's a very small album art image that gets blown up to the size of the square here. And then the rest of the metadata is basic. It doesn't have much information. But we can access the audio, which is all really what I care about. And then you have Clone Hero. So Clone Hero, these are the same songs that I converted in my first video. So Clone Hero puts the songs and they have that ini file. This that ini file has the metadata for the game. So you drag that over to Visualizer.
I've been everywhere, still I'm standing tall. I've seen a million faces on a steel.
So this one worked well. It doesn't have an album art because the original song, as you can see here, does not have an album art, and it does have crowd. So as you heard, you can disable everything else and just leave just the crowd and listen to the crowd if that's what you want to do. But all the Clone Hero files are well supported, and then the SNG files from Clone Hero work just as well.
It comes, I can feel it exploding.
Now, if you can see down here, there's nothing you can click on except guitar and backing, and that's because this song does not have multitrack, and Visualizer is able to tell that and only gives you the option for guitar, which is what Clone Hero puts as his backing, and also for some reason also has a backing which you cannot disable. Now, the other issue I'm seeing here is this track being 16,000. That's obviously an error. I believe there's an issue with the metadata in the ini file. So you can just delete that and fix it here in case you are gonna try to save the image. Okay, let's move on to Fortnite Festival. So Fortnite Festival songs have what are called M4A audio files, and they also have the MIDI file similar to Rock Band, an ini file similar to Clone Hero. This FNF format, I created that myself. And then with that M4A is a fragmented MP4 audio format. It plays it and works just fine. A little bit slow, but it works fine.
Towards her, stuck still, no turning back. She hid around corners and she hid under beds.
Okay. I don't even remember how Fresh Marshall works, so let's try to figure it out. Oh, song ini. So whenever the format has a song that ini format, just drag the song ini file. Then Guitar Hero World Tour. I believe that one we go through song.ini. Yes.
To leave behind all of my goals, searching for something I couldn't find at home. Can't get no job.
Okay, so with this one it doesn't have album art embedded into it, so I just have this basic album art image that I put on myself, and we do not have instrument difficulties as far as I can tell in that metadata. So again, if this is something that you know how to access, please let me know. I would love to integrate it into Visualizer. The rest of the metadata is here, and it seems to be pretty accurate. Okay, then Power Gig. This one is a little interesting. You gotta throw the XML file at Visualizer. Takes a little bit of time.
Once when I was 5, I enjoyed stealing. It's just as simple as that. Well, it's just a simple fact.
Okay. Then the Rockman PS3 package files. These will be created by Onyx, which is a great tool. But if you have your customs in PKG format, you don't want to have to convert them back to any other format to be able to throw them on Visualizer. You can just throw them on Visualizer. So let's just try it.
Saying she was peeping and I dig the last video. Someone that a week ago. How could I tell her no? Measurements was 36, 25, 34. Yeah, I like the way you brush your hair, and I like those stylish clothes you wear. I like the way the light hit the ice and glint. I can see you moving way over there. I'm on.
Okay, and then we already went through this. And the Rocksmith 4. So Rocksmith 2014, let's just say, uses the PSARC format. And I believe these are only Rocksmith 2014 customs, not official songs. But you can double check that and let me know if you have official songs that do work. I would love to hear about that. And then we are left with the Yarg songs. So Yarg, when it's extracted, it's the same format as a Rockman conf file, but in an extracted format. So for those, you come out here, you throw the whole folder at Visualizer. And lastly, we have the Yarg song format. Again, just like everything else, you just drag and drop the file. Actually, I'm gonna use this one.
Time's running out. I've tried and I don't know what to do. It's fine. I know that I gotta be stronger for you. But if it's alright, I'd wear the storm by your side tonight in all these shades and hues. Oh.
And that about covers how to use most of the features in Visualizer. There are some tools here which allow you to extract the multi-track audio from some of these games that have the audio either encrypted or packaged, like Guitar Hero World Tour, Power Gig, Banfuse, and Yarg, and Fortnite. With Fortnite Festival and Yarg, we can only export it as stereo. These let you export them as multi-track audio. So just click on that, it'll give you a prompt with all the instructions that you need to follow. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I think it's actually a little bit beyond what I intended to cover with this video. So with that being said, that's all. Once you're done, click clear all, and you're back to the beginning. And honestly, this is one of my favorite tools in Nautilus, as I said at the beginning. Let me know what you think of the tool. I'd love to hear feedback, and also what do you think about these videos? Are they worth it? So let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.